All right, so it's Tuesday morning, just gone 6 a.m. and we are out on a nice steady 5 miler to kick off the day. And since the marathon, my focus with my training has just been about getting a balance back between resistance training and my runs. Obviously, there's been a huge focus on the running over the last year, preparing for 2 back-to-back marathons within 6 months. And it's a huge part of what I do now. I'm definitely going to be keeping it in, but the focus is more about, over the coming months, building a better base with my running. So when I eventually do return to the long distance stuff, I've got something better to work off. But I also just want to take the pressure off a little bit with it, because it's nice having a goal to work towards, but really I want to focus on just feeling good when I'm running and just enjoying it without having to worry about target split times, distances. And this really kind of brings me on to high impact habit number 6, because one thing that I like to do when I run and in the morning in general is listen to a podcast. And listening to a podcast while I ran was something that I really struggled with a year ago. I just couldn't settle into a rhythm with my running for me to be able to actually enjoy what I was listening to. So I had to just listen to music. But as I have improved my conditioning and as I have found a rhythm with my running, I've really enjoyed, especially when I was doing the long distance runs for the marathon, listening to a podcast. And the high impact habit I'm referring to here is nourish the mind. And that is, especially first thing in the morning, nourishing your mind with something that is going to be positive, that is going to lift you, inspire and motivate you, rather than being very reactive, which a lot of people are in the morning, going in and checking work email, social media, because straight away you're in danger of being triggered, which then will result in how you feel and the mood that you're in going into the day. So I'm very protective of what I listen to and watch and view in the morning. I don't really go on social media unless I'm posting myself, and I have always listened to podcasts. And it's these times when my brain often comes alive with business ideas, content ideas, and I really do enjoy it. It's a high impact habit number 6, nourish your mind. Give it something positive to absorb and get away from the noise of the chaos of life, and just give you a chance give yourself a chance to breathe, prepare your mind for the day ahead. Two, one. All right, so we're back on the school run. We feeling good, boys?
Yeah.
Excited for school?
Yeah.
And this brings me on to high impact habit number 7, I believe.
Yes, I hurt myself and the doctor needed to glue my head.
That was ages ago, but yeah, you're right. Because you're very accident prone, aren't you? So this isn't really a habit that needs to be built, but it's all about these two. And what a big focus of mine is, which to be honest I don't get right all the time, is making sure that I've got dedicated time for these boys. So it's very easy to get carried away when you're running a business. You've got lots of things going on, and although we're obviously there for the family, but sometimes we're not actually fully present. And I've been guilty of this many times before, when you are in the room but not in the room, you're on your phone and that sort of stuff. So it's something I'm always continuously working. But one thing that really helps me is the things like this, doing the school run. I've got the luxury of working for myself and being able to do this, so I like to try and either take them to school or pick them up, which I enjoy. And then especially when they come home from school, just having a dedicated time without my phone, just for even 30 minutes, just being able to spend some quality time with them, hear about their day. And yeah, it's a big part of me just having that work-life balance, because you got to be on your toes with these two, because it can be pretty stressful and chaotic at times, but wouldn't have it any other way. So we get to school?
Yeah.
Let's go. Right, so we've just finished up the morning block of work and we're just going to get out and get some steps in. This is actually going to be high impact habit number 8. It's a new habit. It's a new habit which I want to start to be more consistent with, hence why I'm now telling you guys, so I can have some more accountability of it. And it is simply to kind of have these mini breaks during the day. It can be pretty full on like this here. I work from home, sat in front of a laptop most of the day, and it can be quite intense sometimes. So when I have implemented these afternoon walks or lunchtime walks, it has really helped my productivity for the rest of the day. Obviously it's increased my overall movement for the day as well, because there's times where I can be just sat on the laptop literally from the moment I finish the school run up until I do the school run later on. And having this kind of pit stop in the middle of the day just helps, again, just go back in and just be more productive, but just give me that time and space just to think and decompress slightly. So this is something that I want to implement as much as I can. I'm not going to say that it's going to happen every single day. It's not going to be perfect, but we're definitely going to do it as much as possible. But something to think about, especially if you, like me, sat down an awful lot during the day, getting out on your lunch break, getting some fresh air, although it does look like it's going to rain, so I may regret this, but yeah, just get out, movement, generate some energy. It's going to be something that's so simple to do, but will make a big difference. All right, so the time is just come up to 3 p.m. It's been a pretty busy but productive day so far. Tuesdays are normally my content and calls day. So content with regards to my social media content, getting that planned out for the week. And then also the content for the Tuesday tune-up sessions we have every single week inside the Unbreakable Dad program. A great chance to be able to jump onto Zoom with the guys and be able to connect. And most of the time we're delivering some sort of content for the guys as well. So that's all locked in for later on. Looking forward to that. And then usually in the afternoon I have some sort of calls. So whether that will be calls with the Unbreakable Dads inside the program, just to be able to troubleshoot, just to be able to battle plan and help them overcome anything they may be struggling with right now, or guys that are not inside the program and just want to explore what the program is all about and what it is that they are working towards and how I can help them. So been a good day, and we're literally just diving into what I call like the wrap up period of my day. And this brings me on to high impact habit number 9, which is a really important one. Planning. This is something that is a huge part of what I do, especially when it comes to running a business and trying to be as organized as possible. Planning is key. I bang on about this with all of the guys that I work with. Any of them will be watching this will be laughing now, because I speak about it all the time. It's a huge talking topic inside the group. And the way that I do it, I break it down into 3 sections. I've got the weekly brain dump, which I do on a Sunday, which is basically just getting everything out onto paper, everything that I need to do, not just from a business point of view, but from a personal point of view, things that I need to do at home, appointments, kids stuff, all of these different things. It literally just goes onto paper, like no real structure to it, just literally gets thrown down onto here so I can see it and it's all in front of me, and this helps so much. The second phase is then actually breaking it down into the week. So I have like a weekly diary here, and I just literally from a business point of view look at the highest priority tasks that need to get done and spread that across the week. And that just gives me clarity of going, okay, I've got quite a lot going on, as there always is. There's always endless to-do lists with everything, but it's about prioritizing and looking at it across the week. And then it goes into the daily. So this is like I said, the wrap up period. And I like to do this around about this sort of time, around about 3 p.m. because the kids are just about to come out of school. They finish school at 3:30. I'm not always doing the school run. It depends if my wife is in the office or not. But I always like to try and get the main priority tasks done for the day before 3 p.m. So like I said earlier, I can be present with the boys when they come home. Doesn't always happen, not gonna lie. Like sometimes it does go over, sometimes I do lose that balance, but the task is always to try and get the main task done for the day before the boys get home, and then I'm just wrapping up with little bits later on. That is a key focus. And however you do planning, it is so important, and it makes a huge difference to just have clarity and more control over your time, your energy, and your focus. So high impact habit number 9, planning. Do it in whichever way is best for you, and it will honestly change your life.
I live in an ordinary bed, in an ordinary house, in an ordinary city called Coventry.
Boom, there we have it. We've just wrapped up another incredible Tuesday tune-up session with the Unbreakable Dads. I always come off the back of these sessions feeling fired up, and tonight was especially good because we had what was called a commitment session, which was all of the lads that are joining me on this 60-day challenge inside the program coming in and sharing their targets, sharing their commitments across the next 60 days with everyone in the group. And it's just a great way to heighten the degree of accountability when they're speaking about it out loud to others, and that's the whole purpose of these sessions. They're always incredibly powerful. It's a safe place for the lads to be able to connect with one another that are on this, similar sort of journey, have a similar sort of mission, and I absolutely love these sessions. So it's been a busy day, but time to switch off now and time to wind down. And this brings me on to high impact habit number 10, the final high impact habit I'm going to share, which is a cut-off time for this thing. And this allows me just to have this boundary, because as you can see over the last couple of days, things are pretty chaotic. I've got a lot going on, and I like it that way, but I also need to have these boundaries in place. So getting rid of this thing, and my cut-off time is usually 8 or half 8 at the latest. I literally get rid of it. No more social media, no more comms, no more WhatsApps, and I get rid of it. It's in a complete different room, so I'm not distracted or tempted to pick it up. And I highly recommend doing this because it allows me to decompress from the day, not kind of have this constant stimulus with the phone going off and diving into different things. It allows me to decompress, just chill out, spend some quality time with the wife, just be able to communicate with her, see how her day's been, watch a TV series together, and then get ready to go for a new day the following day. So that is my final one, which works really well for me and is so important, so I can continue to do the morning routine and do what I've done over the last couple of days. So I'm going to wrap the vlog up here. I appreciate this has been a pretty lengthy one, but I wanted to give an insight into everything I'm doing right now and kind of set the tone for the next 60 days. But also it's been quite helpful for me to basically label these high impact habits and raise awareness of ones that I maybe need to work on a little bit more and ones that really work well for me. But I'd love to know if you've got some value from this. I'll try and keep the episodes going forward a little bit shorter than this, but if it was helpful, please do let me know, and I'll catch up with you in the next episode.